Yeah. You already know, but it's his though. Yeah. Look. Check it out, y'all. Make sure you all peek the weekly live NFL show and watch it blow with hosts JB, Glass, and Big Q. You know they are the NFL crew, covering the latest NFL news and covering all the team NFL prospect clues. Keeping the excitement going light, picking the biggest games of the week. Or who rising to the peak of big and all the stars you can see with the high segment like winners, losers, and locker me. Cause they is all about being around the clock with the comedy style. Top of show, and it's giving you the info in a funny way in case you don't know. And you can join the conversation via Twitter using TeamBoydTV Live and get on all the hype. With 1,000 fans, you already know they do it right. And you could also log on to your PC, your Mac, or mobile. You already know they got you. The show be airing every Wednesday night, keeping the hype very tight. Being 3 of the highly rated on their YouTube. In case you didn't have a clue, now you know because they doing it so true. All just for you, yeah.
You are now tuned in to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. This is TeamBoydTV Live.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? This is your boy Big Q, and this is TeamBoydTV Live, and things look a little bit different. We're doing it as a duo tonight because we got one of our third member of the group is just being like, I don't know, Glass. First of all, this is a co-host, Glass, one of the ones who was brave enough to show up tonight. Glass, what's going on, man? Why does everything look a little different today, man? What's going on?
Number one, shouts out AJB. I'm gonna go ahead and let you slide this time with this blue flu. But your team still gonna get this work. Shouts out to all the Twitter hustlers out there. My fault. What's up, fam? What's up?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, listen, I've got some people. Look, I know JB watching. Look, JB says he's feeling under the weather, and I'm thinking he meaning that literally, like, in more ways than one. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's all good though. But me and Glass, we're here to give y'all the show tonight. I want to give a shout out to Raphael Haynes from 3-Point Conversion, Mr. Controversy, and the Voice 2525, man. We reached out to those guys, man, and I know it's spur of the moment and and that kind of thing, but it's all great. Me and Glass, we got this, right?
We can do this. We got this.
We got this, man. We got this. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. This is TeamBoydTV Live for week 6. We're talking about overtimes and upsets, man. We still got a few undefeated teams left. Everything's still going strong with that. I want to give a shout out to the people who have been going over to our Patreon and checking us out over there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, right below my portrait right there's a Patreon link, patreon.com/TeamBoydTV. You can go over there and show your support for what we do over here on the show. Leave a little donation for us, man. It kind of help take care of all the services that we use to pay for the show, the Zoom conferencing software, Spreaker, all the different things that we use to put the show together. Y'all can kind of go over there and help us stay on the air. Also, in those little boxes, man, like if you go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, man, there's a little box up there. Click on that thing. It also, little cards will pop out. It's got links to the TeamBoydTV shop, Spreadshirt shop, where you can get your pink TeamBoydTV shirts where, all of the proceeds go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for breast cancer, right? We've been selling those shirts. A couple guys have already bought them. I meant to shout y'all guys out for the 2 people who actually bought the shirts, man. It's going for a good cause. And you also get to represent your dopest live NFL show on YouTube at the same time. And everybody on Twitter, man, look, join in the conversation. We're going to have a good one tonight. Mine is JB. But we're going to be able to get it done, though. Glass, before we get into it, man, you got anything you wanna holler about? I know you had like a little trip you took. What's good?
Oh, man, it's all good. Went to the Million Man's March in Washington, D.C. last Saturday. It was a beautiful thing. Went with my old man. Spent some time with him. So, yeah, I got it in, man.
That's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff. So, listen, let's fly around the league real quick and see what's good. Like, I'm just thinking about some of the things that happened last week, man. It was a couple of overtime games. Was it 2, 3? How many overtime games was it?
3 overtime games.
3 overtime games. One of the most dramatic ones, and the one that I actually got a chance to actually witness live, was. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was sitting there watching the Atlanta Falcons in the Georgia Dome, struggling. Couldn't keep pace. with the Washington team, man. Kirk Cousins was in there doing his thing, kept his team in the game. But at the end of the game, I guess the pressure got to him. I mean, run the ball, bro. We in overtime. Like, run the ball. The Atlanta Falcons got the interception. Was it Desmond Trufant? Who was it? Who got the interception? Was it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pick six, game over. And I was like, yo, all y'all had to do was go in there and win. You know what I'm saying? We need to knock these chumps off early. You know what I mean? So that was one of the ones that I got a chance to actually really witness. Oh, well, I did get a chance to witness the Pittsburgh game going overtime. Pittsburgh, San Diego. No, it didn't. Okay.
No. With the last second with Le'Veon Bell doing the Wildcat call. I couldn't even understand why they ran, but it worked for them. So
it was pretty good stuff. Look, it was exciting. Got to see Michael Vick kind of return to form late in the game. What you thought about that?
Shouts out to Michael Vick and middle finger to all the Vic haters out there, man.
Absolutely, man.
Let this man make his money, man.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, man, I think he's doing a pretty good job, subbing in for Ben Roethlisberger, man. Like, he had his struggles early in that game, but late in the game, we got to see him, look like the Michael Vick. I was actually at a bar. I was like at the T-Mac, watching it with my homies in the place in there. They was all cheering. And you know what? I don't think they were cheering for the Steelers. I think they were cheering for Michael Vick, man. And it was dope to watch that. You know what I mean? Anyway, what was going on? What did you see that kind of jumped off the page at you, man?
Okay, let me go ahead and put it out there right now. I can't hold it in no more.
Oh, here we go.
JB, you should have been here, get this work. But since you ain't here, you ain't here to defend your team. I'm just going ahead and put it out there. What the hell is going on with the Baltimore Ravens? I want to know. Because, number one, not the fact that you 1-4, but the last game you played was against the Cleveland Browns. Not even the fact that it's the Cleveland Browns. You made Josh McCown the quarterback, the backup quarterback. Oh, I don't even know. They don't even have a quarterback. They're trying to flip coins, figure out who's going to be the quarterback. But at this time, Josh McCown was the quarterback.
Yep.
This man was 36 for 51 for 457 yards in the 33-30 win over the Ravens. Dude, where do they do that at?
Here's the thing, right? The thing that I thought was amazing about that is that the score was as close as it was. But for Josh McCown to have a day like that, which I'm pretty sure the people in the FanDuel and DraftKings, I'm pretty sure only like the super genius dudes actually had lined up Josh McCown. But I'm just saying, whoever done it, they got a lot of money out of it. But
stop. No. Big Q, I'm not even going to sit there and let you say that. If anybody said they went in here and put Josh McCown in the lineup, you're lying.
I'm just saying.
Well, you lying. Don't even try that.
Hey, some dudes. I was talking to some dudes, and some dudes was like they actually had put him in the lineup, and I was like, well, I don't believe that, but you know what I'm saying?
I don't believe that.
But the question remains is for him to have a day like he had with the team that he got, which honestly, to be completely honest, Cleveland ain't that bad of a team. You know what I mean? They are the Cleveland Browns, no doubt, but they're not that bad of a team. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We talking about the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
Who has a stingy defense.
Yeah, what they used to.
Is backup no good having McCown 457 yards.
Yeah, so the question is, what have we got to say about this Baltimore Ravens defense? That's what I'm saying. Like, how could they allow something like that to happen?
They weaker than I can't. Okay, well, I'm keeping PG. They weaker than Ish, man. They weaker than Ish.
Wow.
I can't even comprehend. You can't tell me Terrell Suggs make that much of a difference on that defense.
Hey,
that's only one man.
Terrell Suggs, Haloti Ngata. I mean, look, they look different right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think
they look different? So I'm just saying, they look a little bit different, man. I'm actually concerned about the Baltimore Ravens right now. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah.
They're
in last place. They are in the Cleveland Browns are ahead of the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
That's unheard of, man.
It's crazy, man. I want to give a shout out to my boy Danny. Look, Danny, I was just about to hit you up because you would have been nice to have on the show tonight because we was just talking about your charges and how y'all got done in by Michael Vick. But it's all good. Right? It's all good. But yeah, I'm really concerned because offensively, they done took a step back, and now clearly defensively, if they getting pushed around by a team like the Cleveland Browns, like I said, though, the Cleveland Browns are not a really, really bad team. Like, I would put the Cleveland Browns ahead of somebody, like Tennessee. I would say they're a better team than Tennessee. I would say they're a better team than the Houston Texans right now, right? I would say they're a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars right now, right? I would say they're a better team than the Washington team right now. So it ain't like they like a Rudy Poot, just, you know, nobody team. You know, it's look, McCown provided that spark, and I mean, you know, it wasn't. Baltimore didn't have enough for it, man. I'm just saying, you know.
It's just sad. Never thought I could say that about the Baltimore Ravens, but they sad. They sorry as I don't know what, man.
It was crazy, right? You know.
Yeah. And you know what? In a key injury that I'm sure everybody seen was when the Kansas City Chiefs with the Chicago Bears, Jamal Charles. Anytime you buckle down and nobody hits you, you know it's gonna be bad. Yeah. That's what happened Sunday afternoon. Jamal Charles went to make a cut. His knee didn't hold up on it, and I think he tore the ACL in his right knee, and did like 2 seasons before he tore the ACL in his left knee. So he's a phenomenal running back. Yeah. But I mean that right there hurt the Kansas City Chiefs' hopes of making to the playoffs, I believe.
You know, I believe so too. I don't know who they got as who gonna step in for him. Who they had step in for him?
I think his name is West. I can't remember what his
I don't think we know a lot about this kid. And then they already got, you know, some offensive struggles with the passing and the wide receivers, and you know they got Kelsey, right? They got him. So yeah, I mean it might be time to write them off. It might you know it might be time to write them off. You know what I mean? You know, speaking of writing them off, right? We were ready last week to write off Philadelphia. Now, I don't know if your mind done changed tonight. I don't know how you're feeling about it. I'm just saying, like, all I know is they kind of, you know, did me a favor. They went to the Georgia Dome and beat an already down dog. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you feel about it. But has your opinion of Chip Kelly, and, you know, look, the philosophy changed. They ran the ball a lot. You know what I mean? So, you know, how you feeling?
Nothing changed. It's still the project called the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, they beat New Orleans Saints. Everybody beat New Orleans Saints, no matter where it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that didn't prove nothing to me. I still think they garbage. Yes, they made DeMarco Murray. They made DeMarco Murray happy. Let him run the ball a little bit more. But they're about to get this business this weekend. Yeah. Coming up, going to MetLife Stadium. Are they going to MetLife Stadium? No. The New York Giants going to their stadium, going to Lincoln Financial. But they about to get this bit. Giants going and whoop them.
And speaking of the Giants, right? Speaking of the Giants now, you know, this thing went back and forth, and it was crazy. You know, I had Danny had already done wrote the Giants off, you know, thinking that they had done, you know, lost the game. I don't even know, Danny, did you finish watching the game? Because, you know, you tweet me about it, you know, and I'm just saying, like, did you finish watching the game? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But the New York Giants, though, are we ready to put them? Well, I think we already had them in high regards. They had like a little bit of a slow start, but I think they're coming to their own right now. You know,
they got the NFC East.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the Cowboys, I don't see anything looking good with the Cowboys. But okay, let me talk about the Cowboys. Don't mean to jump.
Oh no, we can jump around. Let's do it. Yeah.
But with the Cowboys, Brandon Whedon sitting here talking about he's pissed off because he got taken out of the starting role, and then they're putting in what's his name, Matt Castle.
Yeah, Matt Castle. Yes.
Whedon, my man, you haven't won a game in damn near 2 years.
Yeah.
You lost, what, 12 straight? And you got a nerve to get pissed off because you're getting taken out the lineup? Come on, man. Hey, dude, let me tell you something. You keep losing, you won't be playing.
Absolutely.
That's what happened. They trying to keep the ship afloat until Romo coming back, and you're not helping. Nope. So there's a reason why they brought in Matt Castle last week, bro. You should have seen that. They gave you a chance to do something. You didn't do it. Next man up.
And they really can't afford to be playing around. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't be playing around with you.
They can't wait for you to win a game.
Right. You can't be playing around. You know what? They had some troops come back. They had Hardy came in there, and what was it? Is it Scandrick? What was the other guy who came? Oh, it was McLean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the troops came back, and you know Greg Hardy was running his mouth and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I can remember on the show last week, it was somebody who was saying something crazy about that game. And we was like, dude, yeah, go ahead and pick that team. You know, go ahead. Who was that? I can't remember who it was. Somebody said something crazy last week about that game. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. Like that I don't care about. Anyway, but back to the Giants and the Niners game, right? Right. It was Giants Niners, right? Yeah, Giants Niners. Dude, you know, I don't want to be the only one saying this because, you know, I was for a long time.
Yes.
I was the only one for a long time saying that, look, this San Francisco team is just, it is not what, it ain't as advertised. Like, I feel sorry for the people who root for this team, and this is going to be rough for them, man. It is. This season, next season, until something, like they get a coach in there who can, it's time for some people to go, right? It's time for some people to go.
Yes.
I think a quarterback change should be imminent. It should be. If it's not, then y'all can keep on rolling dice with Colin Kaepernick. Go right ahead.
I'm not going to put rested all on Kaepernick.
That's some bad play calling defense.
When he first came into the league, he was doing his job.
Yeah.
Somehow they're trying to make him to something that he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
The head coach is not really a head coach. He's a motivational speaker. Tom Sula. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah.
They need a new head coach. I don't know where they're going to get one. And just like you said, until it's going to be insanity. They're going to do the same old thing and expect a change, and it's not going to happen. They're going to have to sit there and start from the bottom up. Because they're in the wrong division, sit here and try to keep up with the NFC West.
They better recognize where they're playing at. You know what I'm saying? They better recognize where they're playing at. Because, this is not good for them.
No.
So, yeah, like any stock that I had, which I didn't have that much anyway at the beginning of the season, I'm pulling everything out of San Francisco. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much finished with that one. So one of our homies at the show, Mr. Donald Dayton, he had a lot to say.
Shouts out to Donald Dayton. What's up, man?
Yeah, like him and his Bengals, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
if anybody need to be smiling,
yeah,
be smiling.
The Bengals been getting done. Andy Dalton, though, right? Okay, so Andy Dalton kind of trying to shut the doubters up. He's trying to crush his haters a little bit, and the Bengals are playing a little bit of inspired football, man. I don't know if I'm ready to. I don't know if I'm ready to kind of crown them or nothing like that. But look, clearly they lead in the division. Clearly look like they're on pace to kind of pretty much run roughshod. I mean, you got the Ravens playing like they playing. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are minus their quarterback, and they having their struggles, even though they had a little, they had something to cheer about, last week or the other day. But still, until they get Ben back, they're not going to be the same. And then, the only other person I think I even probably, and it's going to sound crazy, and I'm getting ready to say it out in front of the whole internet.
Here we go.
Sound crazy. But the only team in that division that could actually challenge them right now is Cleveland.
Wait a minute. Okay, stop.
I'm keeping it real.
I know I'm trying to, it sounds like I'm throwing shade on Cleveland, but come on, man.
Hey.
Cleveland, no. I'm going to say the Steelers. The Steelers going to give them a chance. Cleveland Browns, come on, man. They don't even have a quarterback.
Listen, here's the thing. I think McCown proved that he got something left in the tank.
Wait, stop.
I think he proved he got something left in the tank. I'm just saying. I think he proved that. And the other thing is this. The Steelers were struggling when they had Roethlisberger. They were still not really being the Steelers that we know them to be under this new defense, and you know what I mean. And Mike Tomlin scared for that people saying stuff about him and whatnot, and he's swaying the public opinion, all this crazy stuff. I'm just saying. Cleveland, meanwhile, they figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
Okay. Cleveland ain't going nowhere. Let's just stop there right now. I don't even want to talk about Cleveland no more right now.
Yeah.
But back to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're 5-0. They're undefeated. They're looking good.
Yeah.
Right? We all agree with that, right?
We all agree with that.
But 2012 they went 10-6.
They did.
13 they went 11-5.
Mm-hmm.
14 they went 10-5.
I know where you're going with this.
Where did they go in the playoffs?
Nowhere. Okay, look, and this is what Team
said. This is what I'm saying, Big Q.
Yeah.
They looking good. I have no problem with them during the regular season.
Yeah.
It's the postseason where Andy Dalton seemed to be drinking some NyQuil.
Okay. All right, because, Team Money says, I don't care what the Bengals do in the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. Not saying they can, but McCown did just win AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And that's what I'm trying to say, right? I mean, it's all about being able to sustain that, and it is about the quality of opponent. I ain't throwing no shots, but quality of opponent played a role in that. I mean, you can. I'm just saying. I ain't throwing no shots. I'm just saying.
I ain't mad at you. JB should have been here. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Looking at it right now, right in that division, right now, they're the only team who can challenge Cincinnati. That's all I'm saying. Right now. Now, when Ben comes back, and if but then, and that's the thing, right? He been out for so long. they adjusting to Michael Vick's style of play. They adjusting to his delivery of the ball. I mean, how many weeks we going? Guys, I know y'all gonna give Ben a pass for losing 2 games when he come back. Y'all already gonna chalk that up. That's 2 L's right there. Vic might not be able to lift him up to win, all these games before he get back. Where is Pittsburgh gonna be?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, where is Pittsburgh gonna be when Roethlisberger come back? And how much time are we gonna have to adjust back to Roethlisberger's way of playing? I'm just saying.
Okay, this ain't the first time Roethlisberger been out the game due to injuries
or suspension.
If you notice, it don't take him 2 games to come back and get back into form. It might take him a half.
But you're talking about receivers who whoever came in for Roethlisberger during those times, Batch or whoever it was, they look, these dudes are getting acclimated to a left-handed quarterback. And I'm just saying that's different. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
But then again, they didn't have Antonio Brown.
No.
That hookup is going to be, they ain't going to miss a step. Yeah. Number 2, they didn't have a running back like Le'Veon Bell. Did you see Le'Veon Bell make some cuts? Gave somebody the dead leg and cut toward the right.
Dude is unbelievable.
Cut on a dime, man.
Yeah, dude is unbelievable. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at Cleveland, and I ain't saying they're going to do no crazy stuff. I'm just saying them the ones to look out for. That's all I'm saying, right? And then, so we talked about, we got. What was that? What in the world was that? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Hold on,
You disappeared and just came right back.
Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, I didn't say. Anyway, so we got to talk about the West, right? We talked about the Chiefs for a minute, and then look, the Broncos, right? I'm just saying, I'm not. Look,
I'll be the first to admit, I don't understand did I say they was the number 1 team in the league? Between you and Brandon? Wait till you hear the episode of Get With It Sports Week 6 picks.
Yeah.
Me and him was going to blows.
Oh, I'm just saying, your Broncos ain't impressing nobody, dog. I'm just saying.
Listen, man. Did you listen to the podcast? Have you listened to the My High Stampede podcast?
I listened to My High Stampede podcast. We was talking about Gertrude.
Gertrude. That's all I'm looking for.
Gertrude.
Gertrude. Winning ugly. I ain't looking for no blowouts. I ain't looking for breaking no records. Gertrude. Give me Gertrude's the whole season. As long as we get to the end of the regular season, healthy, I'm fine.
Okay, so here's
y'all can talk about Peyton Manning's dead arm, no running backs. I can take that as long as we get that W, bro.
Listen,
and where it looks like right now, we're doing a pretty good job. 5-0.
So listen, I just listened to you talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and their situation, right? I just listened to that because look, for me, honestly, I'm gonna be straight up about it. I feel like if Cleveland and Cincinnati were to go head to head right now, Denver would lose that game, right? And I'm saying I say that to say this.
Slow pump brakes. Yeah. Go back again. You said if Cleveland and Cincinnati went head to head. What?
If Denver and Cincinnati went head to head right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and so what I'm saying is, I say all that to say this. If it's okay for us to say that the Bengals ain't hitting on nothing because they play okay and they win games in the regular season, but they don't do nothing in the postseason. Denver barely winning these games, barely escaping alive. And the weather's getting colder. The environment is getting harsher. The quarterback is getting older as we go on into the season. I'm worried about the Denver Broncos in the postseason. I really am.
I'll put you like this: if Cincinnati and Denver met head to head right now, Cincinnati would clearly win. I would take my chances going to the playoffs, going up against Cincy. I would bet the house on Denver to beat Cincy in the playoff because Donald Dayton. Look, I got Dayton on my mind.
Right. Yes.
Andy Dalton has not proven that he is a postseason quarterback.
Okay.
So you can talk all this. Okay. You can talk all you want about that.
Listen, I'm just a prognosticator. That's all I do.
Come see me.
I just prognosticate and I just look at what I got in front of me. Okay. That's what I look at. But look, if they can get it done, and they've been getting it done, the defense been like. Peyton Manning didn't even have a passing touchdown. You see what I'm saying?
Peyton Manning
how can this work?
More interceptions than he has touchdowns. I know all that.
This can't work. Now you know what? It's funny. And you know what? I got to go straight black and blue on you real quick. I got to do it. Here we go. I got to do it.
You know what? I just got through with a fight with my bra. I can fight with another bra. Ain't no big thing.
I got to do it because you know what? Look, y'all NFL guys. This is how y'all are. If this had been anybody except Peyton Manning, and I'm going to use my boy, Mr. Cam Newton, for an example. If this had been Cam Newton, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? If this had been, Eli Manning, oh, my God. If this had been, Drew Brees, the sky is falling. If this had been, you know, who else is out there? What's the Green Bay quarterback name? Aaron Rodgers. Oh Lord, it's over. But it's Peyton Manning, and it's all good. And you know, it's
no. Let's clear this up, bro. Let's clear this up. If it was Aaron Rodgers, we won't be talking about this.
Okay.
He know what he'll say. What he said before. Relax. Okay.
Yeah.
If this was Drew Brees, it could be because his shoulder's shot. Yeah. He playing like ish right now.
Yeah.
It was Cam Newton, and what was the other one you just said? Who was the other quarterback? Eli Manning.
Eli Manning.
Yes. Yes, because they're not in the same tier as Peyton Manning.
Wow.
Do I need to clear anything else up, bro?
Wow. Okay.
I just asked you.
Not in the same tier. I'm just saying, not in the same tier. Eli Manning done won more Super Bowls than Peyton Manning. Everybody else they don't won one at least, right? Okay, you know what I'm saying. So,
let's not forget,
you know,
Eli Manning been throwing more interceptions than touchdowns for a while, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But see, the point is,
Peyton Manning to most of them.
But Eli's not getting the pass. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting the pass for this. Like,
should he?
Listen, why should Peyton get a pass? That's the question I got. You know what I mean? Oh, because it's Peyton Manning. He make hilarious DirecTV commercials.
Whoever makes you sleep at night.
Listen, I'm telling you, that had been Andrew Luck, he'd have been benched just like the dude up in Detroit. Which
Matt Stafford, yes.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He'd have been on the bench. That had been RG3, he'd have been on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
RG3 is still on the bench, right?
He's still on the bench. I'm just saying. You know, it's crazy. I want to get into it, but you know, that's what it is. And you know, speaking of which, and we'll touch on this before we go into the break. The NFC North, man, like, what's happening? Like, you know, it's just Green Bay, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Look,
you know what? I knew what to expect from the Bears. We already said it in the preseason videos we did.
Yeah.
We said the Vikings were, you know what? It shouldn't shock us. We said the Vikings were up and coming. We said the Bears better be happy if they even go 8-8. It's the Lions.
Yeah.
Who is just shocking me. You know what I'm saying? They have not won a game. Jim Caldwell's on the hot seat.
Yes, it is. This is rough, man. Like, you know, and I heard some YouTube guys, some TTC dudes, you know, talking about General Caldwell and this, that, and the third. And you know, ain't no time to panic and all this, that, and the third. You know what? I feel like this deep into the season and you ain't won a game yet. Like, look, let's go down. Let's see who done won a game now. Jacksonville done won a game or two or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee got one or two under their belt. Who else we got? Houston got one or two. You know what I mean? The Raiders doing their thing. Like, I'm talking about the worst. Washington. You know, St. Louis. You know what I mean? Look, ain't no excuse, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuse for this. So, you know, and maybe he thought, you know, sitting the quarterback with you know, but you know what? This is what I saw in that. You know, Caldwell know that this is pretty much it. Like, you know, they done trusted him enough and ain't nothing really happening. This is his way of saving face, man. Like, they getting ready to make that move away from Stafford. It's getting ready to happen. You know?
You think so?
I think so, man. You know, honestly, I think it's time. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think it's time. You know, this dude got that big arm, and you know, he was putting up all these numbers and stuff, man. But he ain't really got nothing to show for it. He ain't really won nothing. You know what I mean? I think it's time to move on. But you know, the hard part about that is that who you gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
other than the last game with the Arizona Cardinals, they have kept the game close. They got robbed. I agree. They got robbed by the Seattle Seahawks with the batting the ball out of bounds. But other than that, they've been keeping it close. Other than this last game, but that's still you gotta finish. You gotta finish.
Absolutely. You know, and I ain't really want to say too much about Seattle because we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But you know, Seattle, what? Hey, look, I think they right for the picking right now. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, with all that right there, we're gonna go into our first break. We're gonna come back, man. We're gonna get into some of these games, talk about that a little bit, throw some more shots at some people. Y'all stay tuned, man. Keep it right here.
Hey, sports fans. This is Get With It Sports, here to announce a new project that's in the making. A bunch of up-and-coming and popular sports video makers here on YouTube decided to get together and take sports talk to another level. The name of this group, Prime Sports Talk Coalition. This group consists of Get With It Sports, TeamBoydTV, Wake Up Is Football, idiot sports talk, and three-point conversion. Expect great conversations on current sports topics and the type of debate you're looking for. No holds barred with a friendly banter. So stay tuned to these channels to see Prime Sports Talk Coalition in full effect. Check us out and enjoy. Peace.
Get social.
You are now tuned in to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. This is Team Boy TV Live.
And welcome back to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. I be your boy Big Q. And of course, you know, we are down a man tonight. Our boy JB feeling a little bit under the weather, man. And you know, on top of all that, his Ravens ain't really helping him out in the situation. Like he's sick and he's tired. You know, it's rough. I kind of feel bad for my bro right now. I do. You know what I mean? Glass is enjoying it because JB did talk a whole lot of crap at the beginning of the season. You know, I'm just saying, you know, karma, boy. It's up, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's an evil woman right there, boy.
It is, dude. And for the guys who are watching us live on the YouTubes, man, T-Money and Danny, who is over here, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. And the Twitter's still wide open, man. If you guys want to leave comments and you want to see your comments or your tweets get shown live during the show, go ahead and tweet. Use the hashtag, which is underneath Glass's portrait right there. Use the hashtag TeamBoydTV Live, right? You know what I mean? So listen, you know, I had to throw on the Carolina Blue tonight. You know,
Okay.
You know, I had to do it. And you know what? This is I think I picked a good night too, because you know what? It ain't gonna be no 2-on-1 here tonight, right? It ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I threw on the Carolina Blue tonight because you know what? Carolina Panthers is on the docket, which is I don't know if it's our first time talking about them as far as a game with them this season. Maybe
I think so.
It's good. We got a lot of good games this weekend, man. Actually, last week we came on the show and we was like, yo, the lineup look a little whack. But just like, you know, every time we say that, the NFL always surprises us, man. They always hit us with something good. You know, even though the games on paper didn't look all that gangster, the games ended up being pretty good. You know, 3 overtime games, couple upsets. I'm all about that life, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm all about that life.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm looking at the thing where I got a couple divisional games up here, man, between the NFC South and the AFC East. Got a little some stuff happening up north. Actually, we'll start here since you know, Donald Dayton was all in a good mood, you know, and he's feeling himself right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we got, and actually, I think he actually tweeted us earlier talking about this, right?
Yes.
You know, and so, you know, and I mean, just like Atlanta, I feel like Cincinnati is kind of walking the yellow brick road. I feel like, if you look at Atlanta's schedule, I mean, it look a little cheesy. You know,
man, you can't slide into a first place,
right?
Atlanta.
It looks a little cheesy. And then, you know, I'm looking at Cincinnati. And honestly, this week should have been a really, really good matchup. But we had some things happen that might change the dynamic of this game. All right, we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals travel to Buffalo to face the Buffalo Bills. All right, Glass. When you look at it, man, what's good?
Okay. Shouts out to Donald Dayton, because he ain't going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Number one, if they had Tyrod Taylor behind center, I would have definitely picked the Buffalo Bills over the Cincinnati Bengals. But because of the horse collar tackle that made him sprain his MCL, and that's another thing we could talk about, I think my man should have been thrown out the game. When it comes to horse collar tackles, you need to be thrown out the game, suspended the game, and fined. Okay, that's uncalled for, as you can tell. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It could have even been more serious than a strained MCL. But with that being said, Tyrod Taylor not playing. EJ Manuel's behind center. I don't know. I'm not impressed with EJ Manuel. You know, I expected much when he first came to the league from Florida State, but he didn't show me anything. Rex Ryan, they're going to try their hardest to bring the defense up in there, do something. But Cincinnati Bengals, they're on the roll. They got momentum. Andy Dalton doing the damn thing. Defense up to par. I'm hate to say it, Donald. I know you don't want me to pick them. I know you don't want me to jinx your team, but to hell with your team. I didn't jinx the hometown Chicago Bears for this simple fact, but that's just hometown Chicago Bears. I have no alliance with your Bengals. So I'm going to pick the Bengals over the Bills.
Hey, listen, I agree with everything you said, right? But I got a feeling, though, that, look, I don't trust EJ Manuel, right? I kind of, Tyrod gave that team that spark that they needed, right? Because they are a good team, right? But then you got Watkins was, messed my fantasy lineup last week up. He was out last week. I don't know if he's going to play this week. You got Tyrod out. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad situation, but the defense is still stout. And I think, I'm telling you, when I throw these long shots out here so far this season, I've been hitting them. I think that Bills defense is going to surprise Cincinnati. I think they're going to surprise them.
Okay, I hear you. I don't want to change your pick. I hear you.
Yeah.
I want to pick the Bills.
Yeah.
The defense going to slow down Cincinnati's offense. Cool. But Bills don't have offense to counteract that slowing down. You need to put points on the board in order to win the game. And I can't see Emmanuel putting them points on the board.
Right.
Shouts out to Tyrod Taylor because he put that swag on that team. Changed that whole the whole culture of that offense. But it is what it is.
Yeah, the thing I'm telling you, I think they look. EJ can come in there and do just enough, manage the game, do just enough. The defense is gonna keep them close. Just do just enough, man. I mean, it ain't gonna be no look. The Bengals ain't gonna come out there and try to blow anybody out the water. They gonna come in there and try to play their game. And I'm telling you, they're gonna get surprised. They're gonna get surprised. And if the defense can get one score, if the Buffalo Bills defense can put some points on the board, they're gonna win this game. I'm telling you, they're gonna win this game.
See,
dude.
that's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? It falls in suit real good for the Bengals because the next week they on a bye. So they're gonna put all of it, all into this game because they know they got a rest time in week 7. So that's just me. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you right this: the following week, I think that's what the problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna go undefeated too long.
He said EJ gonna turn the ball over and gift the Bengals points. Let's hope he doesn't do that. T Money said that.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with T Money.
I don't want him to do that, man. That's bad business. That's bad business, right? And listen, we go up north, up here to the NFC East, man. And the only reason why I'm bringing this showdown up, the only reason why I'm talking about it, is because the Eagles finally showed something. Okay, I know how you feel. About the Eagles, and you don't
because you're about to bring it up.
But you don't believe in them. Listen, they at home this go round, right? They ain't got to go. Look, they ain't got to go into a Superdome, a place that's kind of hard to win anyway. It used to be anyway. You know what I mean? But they at home in front of their crowd, and the Giants are coming in there with not Benjamin. I'm thinking about Benjamin Beckham. Got some hamstring issues going on, and other than that, I think they okay. We're still waiting on Victor Cruz to show up. It's going to be a good one, though, I think. I mean, look, this will let me know if the adjustments, because, JB was saying how Chip Kelly is just completely ignoring adjustments, and he don't care what the team in front of him is doing. He going to do what he want to do. He made some adjustments, right, in the last game. They won the game, right? And they won it pretty, but, again, it was quality of opponent, but still, right? Okay. Will he make the right adjustments to be able to compete in this game against the New York Giants? I'm just saying.
He could. I think he needs to stick with the game plan with just force feeding Murray the ball. That's the only way they're going to win this game.
Yeah.
If I put Eli up there, Eli known to win complicated games. I think this is a complicated game. I trust more Eli's arm more so than Sam Bradford's arm. Like I said, quality opponents going to mess them up. They basically blew. I don't know. Did they blow out?
39 to 17, something like that.
Yeah. So that's like a little fluffer for them. So they're gonna get smacked in the mouth with the New York Giants. And I'm not gonna say it's a blowout game. It's gonna be a close game, but I think Eli gonna pull some out in the last 2 minutes of the game and squeak out a win. It's gonna be like a field goal touchdown win.
I gotta agree. I want to sit here and say, oh my God, Chip Kelly made them adjustments, and DeMarco Murray was begging for the rock and he gave it to him. I don't know if he was just pretty much, saying I got to do this to shut this dude up, or maybe he saw something in this game plan because they put up almost 40 points, right? You know, but like I just got a feeling that Chip is going to ignore what just happened a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
And going to go right back to the crap that he been doing against a team that's crafty, right? A defense that's a little seasoned. It ain't too many young bucks on that defense, right? You know, Marco Murray and them boys been around for a minute, right? Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm hoping that the Eagles make this game interesting. You know, I just got a feeling though at the end of it, when it comes down to the very end of the game, it's going to be something that Chip Kelly called or didn't call that's going to sway this game to New York's favor. That's just the way I see it.
Just to piggyback off what you just said about last week.
Yeah,
I think Chip Kelly gave DeMarco Murray the ball because Saints running defense is ish.
Yeah.
So he's gonna sit there. I'll kill two birds with one stone.
Well, yeah.
Run over the defense and quiet Murray. But see, it's not gonna be the same thing this week against the Giants.
Right.
So now instead of relying on DeMarco Murray, which will probably get 29 yards this game, you're gonna rely on Sam Bradford's arm. That's where he's gonna fall apart at.
So you telling everybody who was ready to go ahead and bring DeMarco Murray into their lineup on fantasy football not to fall for the pixie dust?
Don't do it.
That's hilarious. Hey, Mr. Team Ready say, oh, no, those Orange Crushers in the building. And
What's up,
D'Amico Walker is here too. D'Amico said, Glass happy about Denver when you've only played Ravens, Raiders, Lions, Chiefs, and the Vikings. Lol. Stop playing, Glass.
Who said that?
D'Amico said that. He said, quit playing.
Tell D'Amico I didn't make the schedule. We just played the teams that's in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that with the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that with the who else out there that have been playing some cheesy teams. So I mean,
Carolina. I mean,
we need to run over.
Yeah.
And who's this team again?
But Carolina. But look, the key thing is Denver didn't run over nobody. Okay, they didn't run over nobody. Y'all quality of opponent was pretty low, and y'all still barely escaped. What game in the 5 games that they done played? What game was the spread?
Why do I have to fight all my brothers, man? I don't understand that.
Because man, I'm sick of this, dog. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I'm tired.
The last since Peyton Manning been in the blue and orange, he been doing video game numbers. He been breaking records, blowing out teams. What did they give us?
Nothing.
Nothing.
A trip to the Super Bowl.
So let's switch the game up. Let's go ahead just mosey on through like a Baltimore Ravens in 2011, 2012. Let's mosey on through there like the Seattle Seahawks. And let's see how that turns out.
Okay. Hey, but you know what? I just got to give you a little. I got to give you something for it, man. I'm just saying. You know,
I understand.
Give you something for it. And then Orange Crush is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just checked out this video right before we went on air. I was watching this video, but it says Chip Kelly is Josh McDaniels 2.0. He's going to slowly but surely ruin that franchise. The Vikings actually have a winning record. Don't sleep on them. Yeah, but okay. All right.
I agree. I agree with everything.
Cool. Yeah. All right. You know, I got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, though, Chip Kelly going to be the one that's going to cost him this game. And it's going to be a decision that he going to make that's going to come back and bite him. Because, you know, them Giants, they scrappy. They will fight with you, man. Mm-hmm. You know, they overcome these interception problems and all this kind of stuff, you know, all that. So I think that's great, right? And then, you know, we got a rematch at the Super Bowl, which I was going to talk about, but now I'm not going to talk about it because now the two teams that were coming into this game, I thought we would have had some hype behind them, but they ain't got no hype behind them. So I'm not going to talk about Ravens versus 49ers. I don't really care.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care.
Let's not waste any. That's.
But I will talk about this one though. Okay? This is one of the reasons why I'm rocking my Kelvin Benjamin jersey tonight. Right? This is. Okay, this is why I'm doing this. Is because, listen, this is matchup number 6 in the Cam Newton era of Carolina versus Seattle, right? Okay. Second time playing in Seattle, or this is the third. Actually, I think this is the third game. I think this is the third because we had a playoff game there too, right? Yeah. So I think this is the third time playing there. Okay, guess what I'm gonna tell you. It's time. Luke Kuechly is coming back. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, the receivers kind of getting it together. You know, Ted Ginn, we discussed it. Ted Ginn doing his thing. Still got Tolbert and all them boys doing their thing. Time to stay out. Look, and I ain't gonna say Josh Norman, but Josh Norman, You know what I'm saying? Listen, I think we're ready this time. I think we're ready this time, and this is the one. And I'm telling you, this will be, and this right here will take us from out of that conversation of saying, oh, you know, Carolina is the worst undefeated team in the league. We knock off the Seahawks. We back on top where we're supposed to be. Because honestly, I believe we're the best. Okay, yeah, I think we're the best undefeated team right now. No, second to the Patriots. But yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So you already know where I'm going. I want to get your prognosis of this game here, though. What's good?
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes, let me
You
just
gotta
ask
get
you
your best Skip Bayless impression.
the last couple of times you played Seattle, who won?
Everybody knows Seattle won. Okay? They only won on the scoreboard, though.
Evidently, everybody don't know because you sit here prepping your team. I'm just, you know what?
They only won on the scoreboard.
I'm not going to sit here and tease you. Carolina defense is stout.
Carolina defense is stout.
Seattle defense is stout. So you cancel each other out, okay? Yeah. And basically, y'all basically the same offensively. Y'all got good quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have wide receivers, but they got Marshawn Lynch. Who's I know coming back from injury. Who you guys got?
We got 3 running backs. We got Tolbert. No. We got Stewart. We got Cap. We got, Whitaker. We got some people. Weger. We got some people.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. Yeah. That's as much I could give the Carolina Panthers. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be maybe 7 points. But you're going into C-Link. Yeah. Where I can't even remember the last time you won up in there. I'm just gonna put it out there. I gotta put it out there.
I don't think Carolina's ever won that. But here's the here's the thing. CenturyLink Field ain't as it don't hold the same mystique as it did a season or two ago. Okay.
Right.
People been going in there getting it done because they done got used to what's going on up in there. Yeah, they were a little thrown off their game by the noise and all that. But man, all you gotta do is go to Kansas City and you get used to that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a big deal. You play in the Georgia Dome where they were cheating for the last 2 years, pumping crowd noise in there. You get used to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, ain't nobody scared of CenturyLink Field. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying y'all scared of them, but
yeah.
Y'all not gonna come out of there with a W. If you come out of there healthy, that's a plus for y'all.
See, look, a part of me,
y'all gonna sit here and take this L.
You crazy? A part of me is feeling like you want the Carolina Panthers to be out of the undefeated conversation. I'm getting that vibe from you right now.
I don't want them to come out of the conversation.
I'm catching that vibe from you right now.
It ain't my choice.
I'm catching that vibe from you right now. I really am. You know what I mean?
I'm just keeping it real. I won't put any stock in the Carolina's going in there coming out with a W. I'm gonna pick the Seattle Seahawks over the Carolina Panthers.
Well, you do that, right?
I'll tell you what. You go ahead and pick the Carolina Panthers.
And you know I am, right?
I know you are.
You know I am. Because you know what, though? It ain't a matter of so much the matchup. Listen, football is all about momentum. The Seahawks just, lost a heartbreaker. Before that, they got smacked around by the St. Louis Rams. They're clearly not the team that they used to be, right? I don't know what it is. Maybe just people just don't figure them out, especially their defense, right? I think that's the key. I think that's that same defense they've been running for the last 3 years finally done caught up with them because they ain't changed nothing about it, and people figuring it out. You know what I mean? So, look, and Ron Rivera and the coaching staff up there, they going to figure it out. You know what I mean? And we got a defense this time. Like, the playoff game was a little weird because we went into that game hurting pretty bad. But at the same time, I feel like we got a defense to slow them down, and the game going to be like it was a couple years ago, 7-9 or something like that. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be no high-scoring game. You know what I mean? And it's not. And Carolina going to finally get that monkey off their back.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Also, like King Kong. But let me ask you a quick question. Who hit you up saying that we was playing garbage teams this season? D'Amico?
Yeah. No, it was D'Amico. Yeah, it was D'Amico.
It was D'Amico, right?
Yeah, it was D'Amico. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, that's a Carolina Panther fan, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it to you again. What he said? He said, "Well, hold on. They comment again." He said, "Glass is happy about Denver." Said, "Glass, you happy about Denver when you've only played the Ravens, the Raiders, the Lions, the Chiefs, and the Vikings. Stop playing." That's what he said.
Okay, that's D'Amico, right?
That's D'Amico. That's what he said.
Which is a Carolina Panther fan, correct?
Carolina Panther fan, yes.
So, Big Q,
yeah,
D'Amico, Mr. T Money.
Oh yeah, he in here too.
Let me ask y'all something. Who in the hell y'all play?
Hey, listen.
No. Jacksonville Jaguars,
Okay.
Houston Texans,
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints,
You know what I'm saying?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, you know what though? You know what though? Listen.
Are any of them teams going to the playoffs?
No.
Let's see. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hold up. Jaguars 1-4.
Yeah.
Saints 1-4.
Yeah.
What's the team I just said?
Houston,
Texans
1-4, or are they 2-4? 2-2.
Texans 1-4.
1-4. Okay. Yeah.
And the Buccaneers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
2-3.
Yeah.
D'Amico, shut the hell up.
D'Amico, he might have a point, but look. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. Look, the quality of opponent is it's been in our favor a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Make this sound good, bro. Make this sound good. Go ahead.
But you know what though? It ain't too many of those games that we needed a last second defensive play to get us up out of there. I'm just keeping it real. You know, the game was done by the third quarter. You know what I mean? So that's the difference right there.
Okay. Whatever makes you sleep good at night. That's my motto for y'all.
That's the difference right there. Danny, shut up.
I have to look at the schedule for the Panthers. I said, wait a minute, hold up. You got the nerve to talk about my Broncos schedule? Look at that one. Okay, I'm sorry. Proceed.
Danny talking about never in Seattle. Whatever, man. You just worry about Michael Vick beating your team the other night.
Who's that? Who's that?
Danny.
Oh.
Miss T Money said Eifert was abusing Cam Chancellor. What happened?
Yeah.
What was it? Eifert was abusing Cam Chancellor. What is he going to do with Olsen? Yeah, you got a point. And Danny said that would change on Sunday. Orange Crest is like, get him, Glass. Danny says, Glass, you play to win the game. Doesn't matter who they play. You play for the W. That's what the Panthers have been doing, getting those W's. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, and I mean, you said that earlier in the show, so I can't, it's the same argument. You know what I'm saying? It's the same argument. But you're going to play against my Panthers this week, and that's great. You know what I mean? Because I'm already ahead of you by like 4 games, 3 games. I think I'm ahead of you by 3 games in the pickup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying? You keep that up. There's an NFC South matchup in the Superdome, but we going to skip that one. Cards, Steelers, I don't know about that. This last game I had a hard time picking. Because I thought that the Patriots-Colts game was going to be good when we talked about it earlier in the season.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
We ain't expound on that. I'm just going to put to you like the Patriots. I hate the Patriots. You know I'm an official Patriot hater. But they about to whoop Indianapolis Colts ass.
You think it's going to be worse than the Jacksonville situation?
They started the Flakegate.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
They started the Flakegate. They lost 2 draft picks because of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know how Bill Belichick feel about them draft picks.
Oh yeah.
Robert Kraft, it's like us against the world. Yeah. Tom Brady, if Tom Brady throw 450 yards this game. Did you see last week? Last week, I sound like a Patriot lover. Believe me, I know I sound, but I was on Twitter like, will y'all take Maurice Claiborne off of Edelman? Because he cannot hold that man right there. It's going to be the same thing this week. This fool going to sit here and just pick apart the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That's going to be an ass whooping.
You know, I never even thought about it that way, but that's a good point. You're right. That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be fun to watch. And then, you know, they got it on primetime TV. Primetime TV.
Woo!
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be 52 to 17.
You think we'll see Tom Brady get pulled out of the game?
No.
Because he refused to say that, right?
Tom Brady's gonna say, "Don't pull me out this game. I want to get in that ass." And Bill Belichick was like, "You need a breather? I'm gonna put you back in and whoop this ass a little bit more."
Wow. Okay. So, well, look,
that's gonna be a slaughter right there.
Well, ain't nothing really left to talk about but one game, really. Because I mean, I think the Cardinals at Steelers would be a pretty decent game. They're playing up in Hines. But you know what? We talked about Cleveland early, and we got your boy Josh McCown as our cover boy, right? You know what I'm saying? And we're bringing in the old wily vet and his little ragamuffin defensive squad up in there to Cleveland. Now this is a good matchup because I think Cleveland they shocked everybody last week with Josh McCown and all that. And again, the quality opponent was all that. And I said earlier in the show that Cleveland needed to beat somebody because, so people will let them challenge, Cincinnati for the division, which, they're the second best team in the division. So here's a good test for them right here, right? Mm-hmm. Denver Broncos coming in there, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now you're a Broncos fan, but I'm going to ask you straight up, right? Mm-hmm. You think Cleveland got any shot in this game whatsoever?
No.
None whatsoever. No.
We got Brandon says we have the number 2 defense behind the Jets. I think we got the number 1 defense. We've been winning games because of the defense.
Yeah.
Josh McCown going up against Denver Broncos secondary, no shot. He got 457 yards last week. Yeah. I guarantee you he won't even get half of that. Wow. Guarantee you he won't get half of that. We got a suspect run game. Yeah. I got that. Mm-hmm. But I think we'll be able to run on that Cleveland Browns defense.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. Because I know somebody gonna shock somebody in one of these games. I hope it ain't Denver. I hope Denver don't fall victim to that. I'm just saying. I hope they don't. Because Cleveland feeling real good about themselves right now, dog. They
that's usually the downfall. That's usually the downfall. Yeah. You win that one game, be all happy, then you go run to a buzzsaw. That's what's gonna happen. We don't have nothing to worry about because we had the bye week the following week. Yeah. So we're gonna take care of business right here, knock them out, go into the bye week, rest up.
So look, the last one, the toilet bowl of the week before we take our break and do the winners, losers, and locks. Hold on, Orange Crest talking about that boy Josh McCown is going to be running for his life, and always mediocre wide receivers ain't doing nothing against the no-fly zone.
Thank you.
And Miss T Money said,
listen,
what?
Von Miller, Shane Ray, all them boys going to figure out who's going to get to Josh McCown first. You thought Josh McCown was crying in Tampa Bay last year. Right. Wait till you see this.
Wow. Hey, Miss T Money said, Glass not looking good at what we did to them. Hopkins 100+ yards every game besides against Josh Norman. Allen Hearns and Allen Robinson balled except against Josh Norman. So,
what is he talking about?
The Seattle game.
You talking about Panthers and Seahawks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look, I think
go ahead and pick Panther. I want what? Panther love. Gotcha.
Yeah, all day I represent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. All right, okay. So listen, y'all guys get ready because we get ready to go into and I don't, JB ain't here, but it's all good. We gonna still do the winners, losers, and locks, man. Y'all gotta help us out with that. So go ahead while we in the break, y'all go ahead and think about who y'all got guaranteed, dub for the week. It could be a player, team, event, whatever. Losing and something that's guaranteed to be a show enough lock for this week. We'll be back in a minute.
Yo, JB from TeamBoydTV, co-host of TeamBoydTV Live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be discussing updates, breakdowns, and just about everything NFL. Hosted by yours truly, Big Q, co-hosted by me, JB, and my boy Glass from Get With It Sports. If some reason you missed the show, still haven't had your fill, visit TeamBoydTV.com.
Regular season football is right around the corner, and with that comes the return of TeamBoydTV's flagship program, TeamBoydTV Game Time. Join Big Q and Vernie B live every Tuesday night during the regular season at 7:35 p.m., the premier online source for in-depth NFL news and analysis. Also covering every single game of the 2014 NFL season, where we give you weekly picks and contests and t-shirt giveaways. It all goes down Tuesday, September 2nd, 7:35 p.m. live. Join us as we go into our 4th season during TeamBoydTV Game Time. You are now tuned in to the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. This is TeamBoydTV Live.
And welcome back to the Dopest Live NFL show on YouTube. I'm your boy Big Q alongside Glass from Get With It Sports. We are still down to man. You know, JB still feeling under the weather, man. You know, look, I ain't gonna keep messing with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep messing with him. But you know what? I'm gonna say this though, just because I feel like it need to be said, and that's my brother, and I love him to death. But man, listen, when look, if you're having a bad season, dude, you still gotta show up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when my team was going through what they was going through, and y'all were giving me the business every week about what was happening, I was still here. I was still representing. I was still representing the black. I was doing the Black and Blue podcast. I was doing Team Boy TV Live. I was defending the Panthers on Team Boy TV Game Time against Bernie B. I was going on other people's shows defending my Panthers, right? JB can't even show up, man. Glass, I don't know how you feel about it.
Dude, after if you a diehard, you a diehard tried and true. You know how I feel when we had Tim Tebow.
Right.
Show up. Hey, on, man. It is what it is. But
yeah. Now, granted, if he really sick, I'm gonna back up off of him. But for whatever reason, I got a sneaking suspicion that them boys
you got the flu. Yeah. He might, hey man, he might really be under protection witness, man.
He might be. Cause the Ravens got him looking crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? He got Donald Dayton busting on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He couldn't even show up for Donald Dayton. Donald Dayton, right? I got respect for you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. It's all good, though. Look, I'm pretty sure he'll be back next week. You know what I'm saying? I know the Ravens ain't gonna drive him to be off the show. I mean, I know he got the other stuff he got cooking. This is actually an opportune time for him to get that other thing he got going on right now. Because air your thoughts out, bro. We want to hear. Look, everybody wanted to hear what JB had to say. I know exactly. I did. You know what I'm saying? I know I did. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging in there with us, man. We're in the last segment of the show, which is grown to become one of our favorite segments of the show. Especially when JB's around because he always make it interesting. But let's see if we can get into this real quick. Where is it? Here we go. So this segment right here is our winners, losers, and locks. It's presented by DraftKings.com. So listen, this is where we figure out what's good, what's bad, and what's gonna be ugly for this week right here. So Glass, you know what I mean? Let's start off with the winners, man. Who you got as something that's gonna look good for somebody this week, man? Who you got?
You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, we're doing winners now. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna hold JB up. I'm gonna hold his weight. I'm gonna do two of them. Two winners. Okay, number one, my beloved Denver Broncos will beat Cleveland Browns handedly. This won't be one of them Gertrudes.
Okay.
This is gonna be a Halle Berry type win.
Okay.
It's gonna be a beautiful win. All right.
Okay.
And my other one, I'm gonna have to say, will be the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field getting the win over Phillip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers.
Wow.
Danny, shouts out to Danny. I know he in there.
Oh yeah, Danny.
You didn't like me saying that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Yeah. So you think the Packers still undefeated right now, right?
And they gonna stay undefeated.
Oh, you don't think Chargers got nothing?
They're in Lambeau Field.
They're in Lambeau Field. And
it's cold out here in the Midwest.
We getting to the end of the October. It's getting rough out there.
Yes, sir.
So look, I think that's great. But I think shout out to my boy JB. I got to shout him out. The toilet bowl of the week is Ravens versus 49ers. Right?
Yes.
So it's the toilet bowl of the week. Now listen.
We talking about winners, right? Why you going to losers? We talking winners right now.
No, I'm talking about winners, right? Listen. Look, the Ravens, they can't lose in San Francisco. They're a way better team than San Francisco. If the Ravens lose in San Francisco, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am done with Baltimore for the rest of the season. I'm telling you, right? That is a for sure winnable game. I think whatever the Ravens going through, this right here is the start of fixing that. Right? They get an opponent, and and the good thing about it, they going into Levi Stadium where the visiting team is almost guaranteed to get a dub in there. So I'm just saying, right? So this week I got the Baltimore Ravens, trying to right the ship. This will be the first step into getting back on track. Okay, getting back on track and getting themselves together. So Ravens, JB, we in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the comment section real quick. Mr. Team Money said, "Boo, JB. We went through 8-game losing streak during the Clausen era. If the Ravens win, sit him on down next week." They say, look, the public says that JB, even if he win, we need to not have one show next week. We're not going to
don't come around this block no more.
We're not going to do that. That's wrong. We're not going to do that.
No, we're
not going to do that.
He going to get this business, though.
Oh, we definitely going to get the business. He better not lose to no 49ers. So he says, Danny says, Packers are hot. Chargers will find a way. Chargers will find a way. Like they found a way against Michael Vick.
Thank you. Thank you.
At home.
You knew Le'Veon Bell was going in the end zone. You couldn't even stop that. Yeah. For real?
Everybody knew. Everybody knew what was getting ready to happen here. You know what I'm saying?
He was the only one back there. Really?
Yeah. Mr. T Money said his winner is Panther fans for getting to see the best defensive player in the league back on the field and won number 59, Luke Kuechly. He's back.
I'm glad he's back.
I'm glad he's back too. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's back. That's talking about you got jokes. Yes, because I watched that game, and you let Michael Vick beat you, dude. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, dude. So we roll into
at home.
That's rough. We got the losers of the week, right? And, we briefly touched on it, and when I think it's a foregone conclusion, I think even Colts fans gotta know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? The Colts fans gotta know what's coming. You know what I mean? Like everybody got to know what's coming here. It's on prime time. It's got the storylines are thick. Everybody know what's getting ready to happen. And then you know what? And they're gonna roll up into Indianapolis. I got a feeling though that Belichick might show some mercy. I think he pulls Tom Brady. I'm just saying. But the Colts, dude, this is going to be a rough one. You know what I mean? This is a big L, and I think they already knew it was going to be. And I think early in the season when they first saw the schedule, they're like, we're going to lose that game. We're going to lose this one. You know what I mean? So that's what I got. Right. I think that, you touched on it. The Patriots, they're going to beat the brakes up. But Belichick has a good heart, man. He ain't going to let it get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He ain't going to let it get crazy. Who you got? Okay. Who you got
Once again, I'm taking JB's turn too, so I'm taking two. Okay. First one, the Battle of the 1 and 4s out in San Francisco. Yeah. Don't nobody give a damn about that game. Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
To hell with that game. I don't care about that game. I don't care who wins. That's how I feel about the Baltimore Ravens. I love the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. Not as much as JB, but I like the Baltimore Ravens. But what they did this season, I don't care what goes on. Flip a coin. I don't care who wins. Both of them losers. Wow. That's one. Number two, the Detroit Lions.
Oh, my God.
I picked them to beat the Bears, my hometown Bears, just because I want the Bears to win. That's how I feel about it. I think if I go against the Bears again, they're going to win again.
Wow.
And Caldwell will go 0-6.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Philbin, I ain't going to say he's going to lose his job after 6 games. I can't see nobody backing up, but he's in a hot seat. Yeah. So those are my 2 losers right there.
Okay. All right, that's cool. You know what I mean? This is the thing. I don't think what's like. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of pressure on John Fox right now. And they got a win last week. In controversial fashion, however you want to cut it down, however you want to do it. A lot of pressure on Jim Caldwell. I do believe that whoever loses this game, their coach is going to have some serious explaining to do because, they need to go ahead and start making preparations to sell their house. I mean, he might well go ahead and do it now. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got but 2 more weeks after that. I mean, honestly, with Fox and Caldwell, I can't see them getting let go this early in the season, but I can definitely see them trying out somebody the last 4 weeks of the season. So, but this will be the beginning of it. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? This will be the beginning of it. Yeah. Okay. What you got for a guaranteed, bona fide, show enough lock for the week? Because I got a good one.
Okay. All right. I'm taking JB's one again. I'm being stingy. My first lock is that the Patriots, Bengals, Broncos, Falcons, Packers will stay undefeated. That's my lock. My second lock
You left an important team out of that list.
Second lock is the the Indianapolis Colts is gonna get that work.
Okay.
It's not gonna be anything nice. The New England Patriots is gonna beat that ass. That's for sure. If there's any master locks, that's a lock.
That's definitely a master lock, right? Because that one's gonna, you know what? That's gonna be. I can only imagine what the Twitter meme's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna be rough right here now. It's gonna be rough, but you know what? I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna tweet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do all
Same here. Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna do that. Listen though, get ready for this. Hold on to your socks, because this gonna come as a complete shock to you. Right? It's gonna come as a complete shock. Now, I was gonna roll the dice, and and think that that New Orleans might be able to get up a little bit for Atlanta, right? But the Saints are pure garbage, like a pure hot, steaming, stinking pile of hot, flaming garbage, right? Atlanta gonna roll up in that joint, and they gonna treat them really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't even a question, right? But I'm gonna be sitting there, I'm gonna be cheering for the Saints. So MOD, what's his name? Saints Uptown.
Saints Uptown.
And 504, all y'all dudes, listen. I'm in y'all's corner this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm in y'all's corner. But this is what's going to guaranteed without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm telling you, glad you can screenshot it and record it and download it and play it back as many times as you want to. Okay? Carolina Panthers will remain undefeated come hell or high water. I don't care how we get it done. We're going to get it done. And I guarantee you them boys will come back to Charlotte 5-0. And you heard it here first. I'm just like, this is how it's going down. You know what I mean? Look, when you act like
make sure you be on Twitter Sunday.
Be on Twitter, and you act like it's insurmountable. You act like like we don't really kind of.
No. I'm not. If that's what it seems like, no.
Yeah.
Y'all do have a glimmer of hope.
Absolutely, I believe so. What we got here? Mr. T Money says. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Orange Crush is like, I'm still laughing my ass off at the Chargers. 5 seconds and they couldn't get it done, and everybody in the world knew what was getting ready to come. Then Danny was like, keep laughing, Orange Crush. Mr. T Money said, losers, Colts. If Brady would have stayed suspended, he would be just coming back, probably resting instead of going to kill them. 2, Rob Ryan, who may be fired after his game tomorrow. And then you got Orange Crush says, I will. On our way to 5th straight AFC West division title. And I will say this to you, Orange Crush. It's all love because, I got a Denver Broncos fan, that I hold close to me. But listen, the division ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like Green Bay talking about, we win this many division titles. Just like the Ravens won all them division titles. Just like the Patriots win all them division titles. You ain't got nobody challenging you. The Colts won all them division titles. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me say two things.
I'm just saying.
You talking about divisions? You know who got the worst division? The AFC South.
Yeah, and the
all
Colts
of them
don't want it.
Still win.
Yeah, but the Colts don't want it for the last couple seasons ever since Luck showed up, right?
Right. That's one. And number 2, everybody on this let's play fantasy football. If you got Devontae Freeman on your team, you make sure you put him on up there. You seen what DeMarco Murray did to New Orleans Saints. Wait till you see what Devontae Freeman gonna do to them boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and then Danny was like, let's go Saints. Mr. Money says, lock, the Panthers will win. Lynch will have less than 80 yards, and the Panthers win by 2 scores. That's a bold
said that?
one. T Money said that. He didn't say 2 touchdowns, he said 2 scores. So, I mean, it could be like 10 points. Could be 6.
Okay.
Could be 6.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Well, okay. Orange Crush says, I hear you AFC West division rivals preaching that every year, but we have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. Keep waiting on Peyton Manning's retirement speech, though. Believe me, JB, my sights are set on even bigger prize. I just like pissing off division rivals. Yeah.
And I'm just going to piggyback on my boy Orange Crush. Peyton Manning's going to go out like John Elway. Go ahead and get this trophy. Get up out of here.
Not this year.
For real.
Because not this year. Not this year, bro. You know what? Because come hell or high water, the Lombardi Trophy is coming back to the NFC. Because the AFC don't deserve it anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's coming back home where it belongs. Come hell or high water. You know what I'm saying? Come hell or high water.
Get out of here with that mess, man.
I'm just letting you know.
We got this.
You know what I mean? Because it really ain't nobody. The AFC ain't really got that many contenders for it. I'm just saying, you got the Patriots, you got the Broncos, and I'm just gonna say this: if you think about the best NFC teams, your Patriots, meaning your Packers, your Cardinals, you know, your Carolina Panthers, right? You think about them, and you think about you think about the best AFC teams you got. You got your Patriots, you got your Broncos, and I think that's pretty much where the buck stops, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So look, whichever team comes out of that ridiculous conference, it's gonna get crushed by whatever team comes out of the NFC. Except for maybe the Seahawks. Like if the Seahawks with the Super Bowl again, they're probably gonna lose again. But I'm just saying they won't make it to the Super Bowl. But you know what I'm saying?
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Seahawks. Okay, now forget my question.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna stay in the AFC. In the AFC,
I doubt it seriously. Anyway, you know I love the football conversation. It's a beautiful thing. I want to thank everybody: Orange Crush, Mr. T Money, Danny Almendarez, D'Amico Walker, and everybody who been watching the show live, and everybody who's watching the show later. I appreciate everything that y'all do and keep us motivated to do the show. If you guys like what we do here, man, go ahead and leave a like. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and share it with some people. Put it up on your Twitter. You know what I mean? Put it up on your Facebooks and all that, and your Google Plus and all that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you check out our links, man, up in our card section up there in the YouTube box up at the top up there. Check them out. Go look. Check out the team store, man. Check out the Team Boy TV store. You get some cool shirts in there, man. We rock them all the time. They pretty dope. We got some stuff in there for the ladies too. I think you guys will like it. Also, make sure you guys check out our Patreon page. And I'm saying, like everybody, just look at it. You drop $1, man. $1 works. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you can. Let us know that you guys like what we do here. Hey, Glass, listen. My flesh and blood, he bailed on me. You know what I'm saying? He bailed on me. But you know what? You know what? You like clockwork, man. You know what? And you say you took all this abuse that I dished out to you today. And you know what? To be honest with you, this wasn't really about you. It was really about JB not being here. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I just happen to be here.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you stepping through, man, and making this thing work. Go ahead and put yourself over real quick for the people who don't know.
All right. Thanks, man. Shouts out to all the Twitter hustlers out there, everybody that was responding while we was doing the show live. We appreciate that. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, at Get With It Sports. You can follow my partner in crime, Brandon, at LEB412. Check us out on Spreaker, Get With It Sports Media. Put that in the search. Follow us there. We got some good stuff there. We got my Bronco podcast, Mile High Stampede podcast. We got the NFL picks there. We're going to start doing Just Talking Sports on that site, on Spreaker. So go ahead and download that on your phone, mobile device, whatever you have. Take us with you.
Absolutely.
Check out the blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Check us out on YouTube at Get With It Sports 2. And if you got any comments, questions, just want to shoot the ish, check me out. Hit me on the email at getwithitsports2. That's the number 2 at gmail.com.
Look at that. You delivered that beautifully. Hey, listen, again, I want to thank you guys for checking us out, man. Even though it was down to man, I definitely appreciate it. All my Panther fans, man, look, I enjoy tweeting with you guys on during game days and stuff. I haven't really been able to tweet live during the games because, my Sundays are a little jacked up now. My Panthers, they never put us, like, in late games. We always at that 1 o'clock game. But, I take it. It's cool. I definitely appreciate it. But you can follow me on Twitter if you haven't, at TeamBoydTV, all that kind of stuff. And you can see in the Twitter box right above me right there, my homie T Money, fellow Panther fan, he is going to be on the Southbound and Down podcast on the Cat Chronicles YouTube channel. If you guys want to check him out, because I definitely will be flipping over to that as soon as we shut this one down. Go ahead and support my boy, Straight Facts, T-Money, over there doing this thing, representing for the Carolina Panthers and all that kind of stuff. We definitely appreciate it, and we're glad that you guys come and check us out every single week. Danny, we got to get you on the show, bro. I'm going to holler at you about that. You know what I'm saying? We got to get you up in here. And again, JB usually say this, but if anybody wants to come and join our panel, you want to rock with us, man. Like, it's all love and it's all great. You definitely are welcome and that kind of thing. But unless you got something you want to add, man, I think that's going to do it for us this week.
Let's go.
All right, man. Y'all enjoy the games this weekend. We will be live on Twitter. You can, like I said, you can follow me at TeamBoydTV. You can follow Glass at Get With It Sports. Follow JB at TeamBoydTV, JB_JB. So let's keep the trash talk rolling because we like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on Sunday, and we'll enjoy the games. Peace.
Get well, JB.
What up, football fans? You want to stay up on the latest of Team Boyd TV happenings? Like us on our Facebook page at Team Boyd TV on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at Team Boyd TV and at VernieB73. You can also check out our YouTube page at Team Boyd TV Turbo, where there's live events, videos, among other things.
You can also keep up with the latest happenings, live chats, question and answer sessions on Google Plus at TeamBoydTV. Thank you once again for watching TeamBoydTV.